We are in concert with Dr. J. Otis Williams here on Sway the Morning Shade 4-5, giving up information on how to improve the quality of your life through health, clinical nutritionist, and much, much more. Dr. Williams, I love and appreciate you staying on the phone. This interview wasn't supposed to last this long. I know you got a lot to do in quarantine, I would imagine.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thank you. I'm just going to take a few more calls. We have Maurico from Nashville who's been on hold for a while. Maurico, good morning.
Maurico.
Good morning. What's up, y'all?
How are you?
Hey,
I'm
love.
just fine. Can't complain. Won't nobody listen except for y'all. The greatest show on Sirius XM.
Thank you, man.
Hey.
You got a question?
Yeah, I have a question for the doc. I was looking at having my back worked on, but I'm trying to figure out if I should go to an acupuncture or a chiropractor because I realized sciatic nerve damage came back and got me around Christmas, and now it's April, and I still can feel the effects of it. Not only like down towards my back area, but also in my neck, and I've never felt it in my neck before as well.
Mm-hmm. So, have you had chiropractic treatment before or not?
No, sir.
Okay, you have the acupuncture treatment before?
No, sir.
Okay. What you can do first, you can start out with the chiropractor at first, and sometimes maybe you may need to use both. It all depends there, and sometimes one just may work fine for you, no problem in that line. But start with the chiropractor first and all, and let them do some X-rays and stuff like that, and check you out to that point. Now, another thing to that, if you're having problems in the neck here, in the back area, you have to look at, what kind of are you having any type of bone pathology? You have to look at that too. Look at whether you have a weakness in the ligaments and all. If you have weakness in the ligaments there, you have to look at what nutritional deficiency you have that can strengthen those ligaments too. So Look at that too. If you're consuming a lot of sweets and all, because sweets too will make your back hurt too. If you have a weakness and stuff in the spine and you're eating sugar, that's going to cause pain because that builds a lot of inflammation and stuff.
Right.
So when you have an inflammatory condition there and all, you can reduce your pain if your inflammation due to the amount of sweets which you put into your system.
I'm not a sweet intaker. I actually feel real good about myself because a lot of the information that you gave us, I practice.
How about water? How much water do you drink?
A lot. Either water throughout the workday. I'm a small town truck driver, box truck driver. Water very often. Our employer gives us all the water that we want, and then at the house I'm drinking like green tea, different types of herbal tea.
Okay. Check out chiropractor first and see how that works with you and all, and then if you don't get much result for that, and then check out the acupuncture. And then sometimes you may have to use both of them. It all depends. There's another integrative approach there.
Okay.
Depends on what's going on within your body system.
And then follow the doctor on Instagram at Dr. J. Otis Williams. Okay, Maurico?
Yes, sir. Thank you much.
Absolutely. I want all the citizens to follow him because when he get off the air, you can have access to him. Seems like a really nice man that will respond to your questions and hit him up. Candace is in California. Good morning, Candace.
Hey,
Good morning,
Candace.
Sway.
How are you?
Coronavirus. I don't know. I'm scared. Anyway, but I'm okay, though.
Okay. What's your question?
Okay, my question is I have sickle cell disease, so I haven't had any crises. And with me trying to boost my immune system to fight coronavirus or anything else, how do I prevent myself from going to crises?
Well, it depends on what you're doing now. Like I said, if you're having sickle cell, I assume, are you using a bunch of sweets and stuff? Are you using that?
No.
Okay.
I stay away from sweets. I don't like sweets.
Okay, well, that's good. That's very good and all. One thing you can basically do is, have you ever checked your vitamin D level?
Okay.
Have your vitamin D level checked? Vitamin D is very important stuff for us health.
No, I haven't had my vitamin D levels checked.
Okay, you need to have it. Matter of fact, everybody who has a primary physician need to get the vitamin D level checked.
What are you checking for?
Everybody needs to get the vitamin D.
What you want to see what the level is. And a lot of folks, especially black folks, are vitamin D deficient.
Okay.
Okay, vitamin D,
We don't like
call
being
it vitamin
in the
D, but
sun.
actually it's a hormone. And you can get it from the sunlight and all. But the thing is that, let's say if you get your level checked and you find out that you're low, your doctor may give you, 50,000 international units for take like a week or two or whatever is that line there to bring the level up. If the level come up to say 30 or 40, so you have these wide reference range. When you look at blood work, there's a reference range. And long as you fall within that reference range, your doctor tell you you're fine. Now you could be down to the bottom of that reference range, and you could be to the top of that reference range. In other words, you're either going to drop out the bottom, you're so close to it, or you're to the top of the side of the coop. Okay. So if you're way to the top, you're out of balance. If you're down to the bottom, you're out of balance. You don't be more in the middle, what we call the optimal range. That's when we look at functional medicine, we look at the optimal range of that particular blood work that we're looking at. If you're balanced there, in the optimal range, your body's going to stay balanced. You're a lot healthier to that point. But if you're close to the bottom and high to the top, even though you're within that wide reference range and they say you're normal, that's why a lot of people go to the doctor and say, well, we can't find anything wrong with you and all. Your blood work looks good. But, Doc, I'm not feeling well. Well, we can't, you're normal. You're normal. But see, that normalness is compared with sick people overall. You have these labs that do these every so many years, every 5 years. They take a bunch of people in the population, they take blood work from them, and they make a comparison. So the majority of these people fall within a certain range. They set that range as a normal thing for everybody. Okay?
And all the time,
so
those people are sick.
If you fall within that range, you consider to be healthy, but that's not necessarily true because you have to be in the optimal range more in the middle. So if you check your vitamin D level and you find out to be 40, and your doctor says you're fine, you want to go higher than 40. You want to be in the optimal range above 50. You may want to be at 75. Okay, so you take vitamin D, D3 supplement to bring that level up. After you be on that for like 3 to 4 months, you go back and have that level checked again and see if you arrive to 60, 65, or 75 in that line to that point. So you want to bring those levels. Like a lot of folks who've had cancer and they made it the first time, their vitamin D level is still down low. They need to bring that level up to 80 or 90 or 95. Okay, but you're not told that. Okay, so that's very important. You got to look at your vitamin C. In other words, if you're going to look at your immune system as a formula, as a wide scope, you look at vitamin C. At least 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day, or a little more, depending upon your bowel tolerance. Each person is different. But when you do the vitamin C, you want the vitamin C with bioflavonoids in, like 500 milligram tablets. But you want to space it. You don't want to take all at one time. And you look at zinc, like 20 milligrams of zinc. Okay, you want to be balanced in that line, milligrams of zinc. And then when you're dealing with your vitamin D, the vitamin D itself, you start out with like 5,000 international units of vitamin D for like 2 weeks, about 14 days, and then you drop down to 2,000 milligrams, 2,000 IUs a day throughout to bring that level up there once you check your vitamin D level. So checking the vitamin D level is very, very important to that line. Like selenium, you take selenium, maybe about 100 micrograms of selenium. Magnesium and stuff and all, you take about 400 milligrams of magnesium. So these vitamins and minerals in that line brings in a balance there.
Okay.
Vitamin C is very important in many different things. Now, you get into intravenous vitamin C, which can boost the immune system. That means that you have to have a doctor that will give you massive doses of vitamin C intravenously. Okay, let's say, as an example, they've been doing some research and stuff on this virus, on the COVID-19 over there in China. You don't hear about it on the news. They're telling you everything else. Stay 6 feet here and don't do this and stay inside and watch this and watch that and wear your mask and all. But you don't hear nothing mention about some vitamin C, massive doses of vitamin C intravenously going on. But China has started that they're doing about 20 grams of the vitamin C a day over a 7-day period to see how it works on this COVID-19 virus there.
What kind of results have they seen? Have you heard about the results of that?
Well, they've been showing some improvement there. Vitamin C, intravenous vitamin C has been going on for a long, long time, massive doses. There's a group of doctors called orthomolecular medicine, okay? They use massive doses there. And they use the intravenous vitamin C in that line. And matter of fact, back in the late 1940s, they use that on the polio virus, but you don't hear about that. Okay.
Wow, that's
and
interesting.
they see how it affects. And the vitamin C will using the intravenously and all will help tremendously in that line. So some of these, in my opinion, is this: if they have an integrative approach, and some of these folks that walk into the emergency room and they're just about dying, you could give them that intravenous vitamin C along if they're on a ventilator there. You could do an integrative approach. But the system is not going to allow that because they're not going to do those intravenous vitamin C like that in the hospital. It's not their protocol. Okay?
Yeah.
And if it works well, it's so cheap to make it. Okay? So it's more into making money when you do a vaccine. So now you wait 12 to 18 months to get a vaccine going on. So they can give folks, so there's money behind that.
Yeah.
See, and they're going to tell you that the vitamin C doesn't work, it doesn't do this, it doesn't do that, and all. The first thing, though, when they tell you that, say, well, did you do any research on it? Have you contacted those who have done on it? You know, they say, no, we haven't done it. We don't believe it. Well, that's your belief, you see. But it does work in that line. There's a vitamin C called liposomal, Liposomal, vitamin C. It's in a liquid form. You can take that. You can take more of that because it won't. It goes right through, get into the bloodstream much quicker in a liquid form. You can take up to 6 grams, 7 grams, 8 grams of that a day with no problem without doing any irritation to your gastrointestinal tract in that line. So, and there's another thing too. We've been told that vitamin C actually is ascorbic acid. Okay, now vitamin C is really not just ascorbic acid is one of the complex of the vitamin C chain. Okay, you got your bioflavonoids and all of that, and other little intricate factors that makes up a true vitamin C complex. But what they found out when Linus Pauling was doing the research many years ago on vitamin C, he found out by using just the ascorbic acid part of the vitamin C, he could do all these things with the vitamin C. So they call vitamin C ascorbic acid, but there's a misnomer in that. Okay, It goes back to vitamin E. Vitamin E is actually a complex of what you call the tocophenol and the tocotrienol. And there are 4 tocotrienols and 4 tocophenol. And it's like alpha, beta, delta, and gamma on each one of those. So when you do a combination of the tocotrienol and the tocophenol, you get in a whole vitamin E complex. But what you get vitamin E now, vitamin E is basically in the form of alpha tocopherol. Okay, it could be DL alpha tocopherol, which is synthetic. Or it could be D alpha tocopherol, which is natural. So if you look at vitamin E on the shelf, look for a D alpha tocopherol, not a DL alpha tocopherol. And another misnomer that they tell you there's no difference between a natural and a synthetic vitamin. That's not true.
That's not true. Dr. Williams, I feel like I could teach medicine now.
Yo, Sway, why are you so silly?
I mean, because my mother worked in the medical field for over 30 years. My grandmother worked in the medical field for every 30 years. So a lot of this conversation we're having, my mother used to have with us before we even could pronounce the word. So when you're saying these things, I'm is reigniting these memories and these moments. And it's like, yeah, I remember her saying it, but the way you're saying it is clicking to me. But honestly, we're not doing this the justice that I think it needs. I think we're going to have to invite you back on the show down the line. And I know you've been on the phone for an hour. I can't ask you to be on the phone any longer.
Okay.
I appreciate your time and it's valuable information. And there's so many people, Richard and Candace and Aaron in Texas, Marcus in Iowa, Raymond in San Antonio, Josh in Montana, Christian in Illinois. He wanted to know if Karma Sutra could help the immune system. What's the quick answer to that? Sex and Karma Sutra, can that help the immune system?
It all depends. It all depends. When you get into the immune system, many different things affect the immune system.
Okay.
Vernon,
Sway, people are asking me if Dr. Williams can give out his Instagram again. They're having trouble finding him on Instagram.
That account was just set up about 2 days ago, the Instagram account.
The other problem is with your Instagram. It's on the display, by the way. If you listen to the Sirius XM, we put it as Dr. I actually tried to follow you. It's Dr. J. Otis Williams. You have it set on private. So you got to make it public because you're probably getting a lot of requests for people to follow you. So whoever set it up, I'm not sure if you set it up, Jamil set it up. Take it
I
off.
had someone to set it up for me.
Tell them to take it off of private, and you'll get a lot of people who want to follow you and follow your work. And then when you guys are posting information, this kind of information, they'll be able to absorb it through your Instagram, and they will respond and ask you questions. You might get a few idiots, but don't worry about them.
Okay.
Okay. Dr. Williams, thank you. Give this man a round of applause, man. Thank you. Thank you for being on our show. And if you had a good time, man, would you consider doing it again down the line?
Yeah, I'll do it again down the line for you.
Okay, thank you, sir. I can't wait to meet you in person. Jamil invited me to your home for a meal. I don't know if he told you that.
No, he hadn't mentioned that yet.
I know we'll be eating healthy. We'll be eating healthy.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome.
Salute to you, and have a beautiful day. I
Same to you.
appreciate you.
Amen.
All right.